Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Falskallan Nights. Welcome to Dire. I am your host, the Bard with no name. Before we start our game, we'd like to go into a couple of our announcements. First of all, we'd like to thank D&D Beyond, because without it, we would not have all of our character sheets consolidated into one tight-knit campaign box, which then my players will then spring and break. I can't wait for that. I'd also like to say that throughout the 4 years that Dire Bear has been running, we've never had merch until now. Now we have new shirts, we've got hats coming on the way, patches, and they're all in Pride collections as well, given that it is June and Pride Month. So we'll have the link be posted within the chat every so often, so that way if you guys want to support us, by all means, it's right there, and we will gladly love to have you wear our merch, to wear our logo, and, support us. It helps us grow, and it helps us bring new content further and forward. I'd also like to promote Heath's game. He is the Dire Bear GM, the man, the myth, the legend, who is big, beautiful, and bombastiously bombastic. Mr. Loba Loba. But he's running a new game on Monday nights at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's called Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I've seen the format that he's been running it with, and honestly, it is fantastic. Now that we've got... Sorry, there was a fly that just flew right over me. Man, now I'm all confused. But go see his game. He is a fantastic DM. He absolutely nails all of his characters, and we have a couple of our players in the game. Mainly one, and it's Given. But you don't see her. Only I do. But with that, let's get into this thing. So, roll the tape.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We're here.
Oh, we're going now?
Mhm.
Yep.
You didn't... I wasn't...
Was it not
We
loud
are
enough?
so good at this.
I'm just like...
I said something.
Now
might not
present
have been
now.
loud enough.
You have not been loud for the longest time,
Yeah,
Juju.
that's true. I don't know why it's like that on your end.
It's just... Why?
I don't know.
I feel like one of those weather reporters where it's just like, go. It's raining right now.
Here in downtown
Here in downtown Menestad,
Bruce,
it's nice and bright
say
and sunny.
something.
Great way to start the night.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Technical difficulty and tongue titers.
I mean, you might get to kill us, so that could be a positive.
I know. And I didn't even have to use my own characters to do it.
Oh no.
TPK.
All right. Last time on Falskallan Nights. Team Them were tasked with by Gel and Clevis to follow a tunnel system. The cult group Laisha Russ had apparently used the tunnel systems to gain access to the city of Ministad and to harry the operations of the goblin gang, the Rats. The group went into the tunnels to eventually find a compound that was oddly not very populated. The first rooms they went into were the armory and the blacksmith, but also there was a pool, a pool of bubbling green liquids that contained mushrooms of different varieties. Suddenly, they were caught off guard by a caretaker. After a conflict ensued and a summoned water elemental and a well-placed fireball, Team Them dispatched the enemy and continued on forward. Finding crates with Castle Menestad logos on them, with mushrooms inside, Morgenthau determined that they were not spore-producing, which seemed to be the main reason for the spread of Trollsbane, a disease that has been running rampant as of late. Moving forward, the Hunters of Evils and Monsters stumbled across a meeting between two figures, one a fiery young adult halfling with vibrant red hair that Halsterian Howard and Spleen had encountered before. Izana Ravenforth. The other figure was hooded, but spoke in a very authoritative way, seemingly putting Izana in her place. The meeting wrapped up with a threat of, "Do your job, or I will find somebody else who will." When the conversation had ended, and the figure had left, Spleen, Halsterian, and Howard jumped into action, trying to restrain and take out Izana. Spleen, almost on top of her, taunting her, threatening her. Izana turned around and just suggested to Spleen, "Fuck up your friends," and fell prey to the dominant willpower of Izana. And as we were leaving the fight, an earth elemental had popped out of a pillar and was right on top of Morgenthau. And that's where we're going to pick up. Morgenthau. It's still the earth elemental's turn.
Oh, no.
It's gonna raise its hands right up and drop them on you.
Yeah.
Oh. Does a 26 hit?
You know, it does.
Cool. Because that's gonna be 14 damage.
Great, great, awesome.
But I feel like it's gonna do it again. So
Cool.
I will go for another hit. That's a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh
Bridge.
no.
Oh no, oh yes. That'd be 23 damage.
Yeah.
Whew. How are you doing, Mo?
Not great.
Not great.
Yeah, no. It's I know your HP. That's
I'm realizing.
So as Earth Elemental comes barreling out of this pillar, running towards Morgenthau, catching Morgenthau right off guard, raising its hands right up, boom, slams right down, connecting with Mr. Thau. You take the hit, you recoil, but that puts you in the right position for another swing of the other arm, swinging it right around, and hits you right in a spot where you didn't think it would hurt as much, and oh, it did. With that is the Earth Elemental's turn. You know, it'd be nice to know what I had, what my Oh, wait, no, that's not the right one. This one is. Cool.
Quick, while he's distracted, get him.
Oh, there we go.
Dog
I'll add a
pile.
-1 because that was the joke I made. It is now the nightmare's turn. The nightmare, seeing its owner being attacked and harried, runs right up beside its owner, lets out a large shrieking shrill of a whinny. Aizana looks over and realizes, no! And it begins to start disappearing. Aizana and the nightmare shift and disappear right in front of your eyes, leaving spleen.
Wait! Where'd you go?
Diamondback, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to see the rock elemental beat the living tar out of my fellow Southern accent enthusiast, and I'm going to start drumming up a tune that sounds a little more, well, rather a little less folksy than what you're used to hearing from Diamondback. Kind of sounds something like, and you just hear him yell, "Ah!" as he casts Shatter.
Yes.
Going to plank the spot somewhere behind the elemental so I can get it in the radius and not hurt Mogenthau. JT, would you say that this earth elemental is made out of rocks or some such?
Generally saying, as like,
Fantastic.
a collection of like rocks that are put together and held by nice, rich, deep soils.
Wonderful.
Upward of
So in that being the
99%.
case, this is going to be a DC 16. Let's see here. Yeah, DC 16 Constitution saving throw, but since it's made of rocks, it's at disadvantage.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's an 11.
Yay. Alrighty.
Cool.
So I
Explain
cast,
to me how things like this work.
well, basically I cast that one at 3rd level. It is going to take 4d8 thunder damage. If there are any non-magical objects being worn or carried within a 10-foot radius of that square, then they take damage or get destroyed. As basically just this great big thunderous sound echoes out.
So this cacophony of noise comes out of your mouth and emanates, kind of like throwing, ventriloquist throwing their voice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Opens right up.
Yep.
Yes.
And I believe the oh, it actually doesn't specify the distance that can be heard, but suffice it to say, everybody in this area probably has some ringing in their ears right now.
Yeah. So
and
what's the damage?
Ooh, that's not terrible. Let's see here. That is 15 thunder damage.
Alrighty. With that, so that noise comes right out. So every non-magical item kind of just gets shattered and destroyed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so and that's like a 10-foot radius.
Yep.
All right, so there were a couple of carts and a couple of crates there. The map doesn't show it because I didn't put it in there, but everything around starts shifting and shaking ever so violently and shatters upon impact. You see this elemental vibrate violently as well. If you could hear something groan, it's like a 40-year-old man standing up. It groaned hard.
Yep.
But this thing shakes violently. You hear it groaning, and you recognize That's a little more effective than you thought it would be.
Well, I'm gonna have fun with this. And I'm gonna kind of use my bonus action to just strum out to Mogan. Hey, it's vulnerable to sound. Back up and start, I don't know, hitting it with your voice or something. To give you some bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
So that is a D8 you can use within the next 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Excellent.
And much like Justin Timberlake, it's gonna be me.
With that, it's gonna be ya, ma.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
yeah. The acoustics are great in here, Diamondback. Can't
Right?
wait till you have a show down here.
We'll see if we don't crumble the place first.
Well, those are the best shows, aren't they? And with
Yeah, quite
that,
literally bring the house down.
with that, Yimmer is going to reach into his chest pocket again and pull out a familiar writhing ball of twigs and crawly things and throw an infestation at our good old rock golem friend. So
Okay.
that's a Constitution save 13.
13?
Yep.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Oh, well then, just kind of hits him and falls to the ground.
you pick up this ball of infestation, you chuck it.
Oh,
As this thing was just violently shaking, it reforms itself just in time for this ball to hit and then do nothing.
well, that was not as effective as I was hoping, so I'm going to run away. And
Bad reverb.
yeah, I'm going to run on the bridge because I don't think it can get me on the bridge.
Alrighty. That is your turn?
Yes.
No bonus action, no nothing.
I'm going to actually, yeah, on that note, I'm going to insightful fighting it. And that's a perception versus its deception or insight
Insight. Okay.
versus deception.
Okay. So what did you roll?
18.
18? 7.
Okay. Couldn't pull a fast one on me. I know where to poke it, and that's it.
There you go. With that, Hal.
Yes, well, I'm going to be, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Run up real close and cast Thunderclap.
Thunderclap.
Yes.
I was just thinking.
Right next to Morgenthau.
That's why
All
I
right.
moved past Morgan.
Out of the way.
Like a golf clap.
Oh no, he's rubbing his hands.
It's snapping.
And going as fast as he can.
Morgenthau's just covering his big old ears and just being like, map, up, up.
Oh God, that's hilarious. So this
Con
is just
save 15.
con save 15. That's a 23.
Well, crap.
You'll do half damage.
Nope.
Oh, no, wait, shit, that's on Shatter. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, if it's a cantrip.
So what
Right,
happens?
it is.
So it saves. So what happens?
Nothing. I run away.
Well,
It's just what I did.
seeing the effectiveness of Shatter working, saying, "Oh, sound works." Halsterian runs right up, kind of just gently gets in front of Morgenthau. But this elemental sees you coming up, ready to clap your hands, and gets ready and fortifies itself just in time for your spell to just apparate around him and dissipate. As you go to run away, it's going to use its reaction.
Was never
To
a
roll a
smart
natural
man.
2. Okay.
That's good. We take those.
Very good. Very
Yeah. You start running away, and this thing lifts its arms right up, goes swinging wide and down, but you jump out of the way at the last second. All right. The bonus action, you move all your move.
I don't have anything particularly useful.
Go.
At least not here.
Excellent. Spleen.
Hey, friends, to fuck up.
No.
Nah, I don't know what you did, but you're gonna pay for it. I've always wanted to fight one of you. I'm going to rush up to the closest one, and that is Howard.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
You're ready. I would like to take a swing with my battle axe, and I'm going straight for his belly.
Belly axe.
Belly. You know that.
Atlas.
You were lucky. It's a just like you, JT. That's a natural 2. Plus 7.
Shit.
Just 9 for the first attack.
Shield
I'm gonna-
stay strong.
Are you learning? But did you learn to guard against this? And I'm gonna go for his thigh.
A whirling dervish of death. This barbarian comes down.
23 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I can't stop that.
Yeah.
No. Yeesh. Okay, so plus 2 raged. 13 damage.
Yep. That hurts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts
And
a
I'm
lot.
going for a bonus action attack.
Oh
Mhm.
no,
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
not like this.
I love it when my children's play with each other.
22. 22 to hit.
It couldn't be a 21.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, you'd only take 2 damage.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, the offhanded doesn't get any real bonuses to it.
Yeah, it's just a straight
Okay.
roll.
Okay.
Take a blessing where you can.
I'm still
Yeah.
standing.
Oh, that's round 1.
Shall I describe this, or do you wish to
By all
describe?
means, go ahead.
You're doing it. Enjoy this.
Spleen immediately turning around and seeing the first enemy that she encounters, she thought was her old friend. No. It's time to shine.
It's still friends.
Running in, swinging wildly, as one spleen does. Howard, you try your best to deflect and block as you can, but you know you're no physical match to this monstrosity of absolute destruction. One slash goes by, completely misses, but catches you off guard with the other one, and the other hand comes back again to slap you in the face again. You are hurting. And it is now your turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so many things to try, and I don't know.
Eat elf blood.
Against my best judgment, we're gonna try and force Spleen to fight against, or help Spleen to fight against Suggestion if we can. And we're gonna cast Sending to Spleen. And try to send her a message. Spleen, we're not sparring. This isn't you. Fight it. And then we're gonna try and run the fuck away.
So you're casting Sending and trying to convince Spleen.
Trying to help her fight the spell and then running away.
Try to
I
help
don't
her
know if
fight.
that's gonna have any effect, but I'm
You're
getting the
trying.
hell out.
You're trying something.
Mm-hmm.
Make a persuasion check.
3, 4. Actually,
Against, how do I contest that? Or
How do you contest? No,
wisdom still?
make an insight check there, Spleen.
Insight? Okay. Ooh, I don't know if that's good.
Am I blind? Yes. Oh boy, that's a 7.
7.
Oh, no.
The words fly at you and they come into your brain, Spleen. They're registering, but they're not connecting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Howard.
Gotta run the hell away, and no idea how deep that water is.
Opportunity attack?
Can I get past Yimmer, or is the bridge too narrow?
No, the bridge is wide enough to if you were gonna run by, Yimmer could step off to the side and you can go. You wouldn't be able to
Okay.
land on the spot.
No. I could get just past him if it's wide enough to get past him.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
you're more than
I'm
able to get
tiny.
by.
Opportunity attack?
Yes, you can totally do that.
Oh wait.
Because if I hit, I have Sentinel and you don't
You're
move.
right. Well, let's see what happens. I forgot.
That's a
that.
natural 20.
Why? I can't shield against that.
Oh no! I shouldn't be thrilled by this at all, but I am! I'm so sorry!
What have I done?
Sorry, that's sorry.
Oh no!
I knew I shouldn't do it, but I tried anyway, okay?
Oh. So I rolled twice, right?
No.
The dice
you
are
can either
rolled twice.
I rolled one and I double it.
You can either roll
Okay.
one or run one and double it, or you can roll twice. I personally like doing rolling once and doubling. Did you max your damage?
Oh
Yes.
no.
That's
Well, I'm
that's
unconscious.
that's 26 damage.
It's
And you don't move.
It's only double what I have left. No big deal. 0.
Oh shit.
I'm all about the magical risks, okay? And sometimes they don't work out. And I am knocked the fuck out.
I've successfully fucked up my friend. Who's next?
Oh, no.
What if we weren't friends? Would that
That's-
mean you go
that's-
past me?
We'll have to see. Because it's the same thing. I'm just be like, move, bitch! Where's Hal?
You're not my friend.
Get out of my way.
Okay. So with Howard going unconscious. Oh, it's Izana's turn. She's not there anymore. Mo.
Oh.
Well, this definitely changed things. Changed the plan. So,
You do okay. So I'm going to point this out. It did use its reaction, so you can move out.
oh,
Yeah,
thank
because
you.
it swung it.
Then I will move over by Halsterian there. Actually, you know what? Maybe by Bard, buddy. And then I am going to Toll the Dead on the Elemental.
Toll the Dead on the elemental. Cool. We'll do that. So what does that do?
A ethereal bell summons around its head and rings, seemingly tolling the dead, if you will. And it must make a wisdom saving throw.
And what is that wisdom save?
15.
The bell comes down, rings into the ear. It rolls a 10.
Yes. Okay. Do. Okay. Okay. 11 takes 15 points of damage,
Okay.
and then
So what kind of damage is that?
I believe it's necrotic.
Necro. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I am going to have we all taken damage?
I'm
I
hurting.
think,
Oh yes.
I was like, I
Yes.
think you guys still have damage that has been taken from the last combat.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, then at 3rd level, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word.
There you go. What's the range on that?
60 feet.
60 feet? Yeah, you would be able to hit Hal. Or Howard from here.
Good.
Oh yay! I could get back up to get hit again.
Yeah, but
Just
you do not
play
take
dead.
death saves.
Play dead.
Look, you've seen how good my persuasion is. My deception's no better.
That was a bit of a balls roll. I'm sorry, so it's only 5 points of healing.
That's better than
Five's
nothing.
better than nothing.
Who gets that?
Let me double check the number real quick, but I think it's 6 people. But I could be wrong.
Am I close enough?
So then do you include spleen?
5 healing creatures,
Yay.
I believe. I don't know, up to 6. Okay, sorry. I do not include spleen at this point in time.
Oh, yeah, don't.
So that was 6, you said?
Yes, so
Awesome.
Howard, Yimmer, Hal, and myself, and Bard Buddy.
Thank you.
Yay.
Mhm.
Dumb back. Sorry.
I just wake up
All
like,
good.
oh god, that was a terrible dream about fighting with spleen. Fuck.
So, Bogenthal,
Mm-hmm.
you cast this bell that surrounds this elemental. It magically comes right out of the air as if a halo had just opened up a portal, dropping this bell right on top of it. You hear the chimes going off on the inside. Within, you hear as this spell starts taking effect on this elemental. Stepping back, clutching your holy symbol, you say a quick prayer to the Soul Weaver. And as you speak your last breath within that prayer, everybody around you re-energizes just a little bit. Is that all your movement?
Yeah.
Excelente. It's now the Earth Elemental's turn.
Oh no.
Oh, why are
Would
all
you
the
say
he was
species
a
up
creature?
front?
Being a simple creature that this thing is, it's going to go towards the first thing it sees. I'm sorry, buddy. Hell. Does a 19 hit?
Oof.
That'll be 9 damage. It rolled really shitty on these die.
Okay.
But it's going to do it again. Okay, so that's a 9. Does a 9 hit? Please tell me
No.
it hits.
No. 9 does not hit.
This elemental strides right towards you without any care or grace in this world. Coming up, it backhands you, launches you onto the ground. Taking your hit, you are knocked out with your breath is knocked out of you. But it planned to have swung right through with its other hand, but as you hit the floor, the other hand passes right by you. You're not prone, I'm just doing it for flavor.
Will not be taken for granted.
That's a rock solid choice.
Ooh, ah.
But with that, would be the elemental's turn. It just like. Actually, no. With the rest of its movement, it's going to start shifting into the ground.
Why?
So with that, it is its turn. Diamondback.
All right. Well, I was starting to like that song too. All right. So I'm going to move over here and like kind of start playing a softer tune. And spleen as I cast Dissonant Whispers at let's see here. Gonna go easy on you and give you first level. You hear this in your head. Oh spleen, oh spleen, oh spleen, oh spleen. I'm begging of you, please don't please don't kill this band. Oh spleen, oh spleen, oh spleen, oh spleen. Please don't kill us just because you can.
Okay, you got a bardic inspiration just for that alone.
Thank you. I've been holding on to that one for weeks.
That's so good.
Thank you.
Gonna be in my head for a bit.
Yeah, so that is going to be a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Wow, I'm so good at wisdom saves. See what? No, 14.
Okay, cool. So apologies, you are going to take really good 11 psychic damage, and you have to immediately use your reaction if available. Oh shit, you used your reaction. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to move away from Howard. Well, there goes that plan.
Okay, you gave me a bad headache. And a song stuck in my head. Oh, speed. Oh, speed.
Actually, yeah, that turn's good. I just was reading over what I was doing with the Earth Elemental there. I would actually allow an attack of opportunity because it would be leaving combat threat. So, Hal, if you wanted to take a shot at it, you could.
Sure. You know what? Sure. That's just going to be a melee, not like an Eldritch Blast cantrip, right?
I would allow a cantrip. Because, like, think of it this way. Like, a cantrip and an attack action are kind of all within the same because it's a natural response. I would allow it.
Okay. Well, cool. Then I will do that.
For a leveled spell, I assume you would require us to have the feat.
Yeah. Yeah, for a leveled spell. But like I figure a cantrip is a cantrip, and yeah, Eldritch Blast might be a little bit powerful, but it's like it is leaving your threat range. You'll still have to shoot at disadvantage because it's a ranged spell at.
True.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Steve's like, oh yeah,
Okay,
shit.
so 12.
So a 12? Yeah, that doesn't that don't hit.
All right, let's try the second beam. Maybe that'll be better. Nope. Okay. Lower
Lucky
than
shot.
12.
So okay. So Diamondback, sorry to have interrupted you there.
All good. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna be me. Like, hell, she can't move any farther. Well, best of luck, Howard.
All right. Diamondback's done. Yimmer.
So is Howard back up or no?
Well, I'm prone, but I'm awake.
Okay, so you're not quite dead yet.
His eyes are open and he's breathing heavily.
I'm not dead yet.
That's going up in the morning.
Bring out,
As
you're dead.
Spleen clubs me in the back of the head.
Yep.
Hey. Well, I would suggest everyone get on the bridge because that Rocky guy's coming out somewhere, and he's not coming out here. Just going to suggest that. And I'm going to. I'm just going to throw another ball of infestation at Spleen this time. So Spleen Constitution 13.
Hey. Constitution 13?
Pretty sure Spleen likes bugs.
Yeah.
Or at least
Mhm.
eating
Like
them.
I just don't want to get close. And I don't want to go onto the ground. This is like Tremors.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 for colon save.
Okay, well it's the bugs you like. So
Don't do that. You're making friends with her. She can attack you now.
Yeah, I know. Don't make friends. Honestly, you're safe because you're not my friend yet. By technicalities, you're not quite there.
You're
You're acquaintance.
the wrong way.
We're acquaintances.
I'm just gonna have my hand on my special dagger and just gonna constantly look around for that Rocky guy.
The Rocky.
Yep. Yeah, Rocky 1.
Adrian's revenge.
So yeah,
Right, Yimmer, that's your turn.
Yep.
Right on. Al.
Yeah.
Boy. Well, at this point, I believe I will take Yimmer's advice and go onto the bridge. And at that point, I will, let me make sure the range. Yes, I will try and hold person on Spleen.
I feel the love.
DC 15 wisdom save.
Hey. By now, I know what the modifier is. You win. It's 11.
Yay.
Okay, well, you're now paralyzed.
Ah! Fucker, you're next!
I know.
This was clearly a preventative measure. Please spay and neuter your spleens.
Oh, I know.
You've allowed her to breed.
You allowed her to breathe.
All right, so Al, you jump onto the bridge, and speaking the incantation and yelling out to Spleen, whatever you say. The Spleen, the words come across you, and they stop you. and I stop you. You can't move. Hammer's like, right. With that is spleen.
Yeah.
Your turn. So, how does hold person work? Can a person try and break at the end of their turn, or is it?
Yes, at the end of their turn.
So basically, you have your.
It's another wisdom save.
It's another wisdom save. So that is your turn. Is to try and break hold person, but that would be your turn to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No. That's a 4.
Oh.
Impressive. Wisdom.
Hearing the
So
words,
wise.
you're trying to break free, and you're really pissed off. You're just like.
I'm trying to bite the air restraints or whatever it is. Like a freaking chihuahua.
Jesus. With that, Howard, it's your turn.
One more bit. You see, Spleen, this is what Jack was trying to do if he was worth a damn.
Shut up!
Do one of two.
How do we stop spleen?
Working on it.
This and a lot of rope.
Oh, oh.
I'm gonna do one of the two things I should have done, and better judgment said no. Let's do chaos.
Oh, Ham.
And I'm gonna back the hell up, and I'm gonna cast Reduce on Spleen. So that's a 15 con save.
Oh, these saves you.
Oh man.
You should be good at those. It's con.
Well, let's see. 10 plus 7. 17.
Shit. Well, that does nothing. So I'm just gonna run all the way away. My spells are
Super, run
doing
away.
nothing.
Wee, all the way home.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, well, yeah. Yeah. We're gonna run all the way to the water, to the boat. Get the fuck out!
You're on a boat.
Ever wanna sail on the sea?
And that's it.
That's all.
So try. You get up to if you picked up from prone, you only have 15 feet.
Oh, you're right. I could only get
Oh,
half that
no.
distance. Thank you for the reminder.
On the bridge?
Yeah. Come, be friends.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's safe on the bridge.
See, I can imagine
no,
the
the
rock
bridge is
elemental. I can imagine the rock elemental trying to get on the bridge. You know how if you're in a cramped space, you have to go sideways and waddle through. It's just like waddling.
Imagining the Meg coming up.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
that's the other thing I'm kind of worried
We
about.
like
It's
not have that.
oh no.
Surprise, water elementals.
Surprise! Surprise! Shark!
Uh,
Oh, we're
I'm
getting
so
nothing.
pissed.
Every
So
damn
pissed.
swimming pool.
This druid was pissed off enough to create a tornado in the water to throw sharks at people.
Oh, sharks are people.
All because I gave them bad mushrooms once.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god.
That was a well-weighted druid.
Great timing, honestly.
All right, so Howard, you recognize that Spleen is being held in place with their axe semi-raised towards you. You take the opportunity to scramble, and as you're on the ground, you look back. You cast Reduce, hoping to God that something will come of it, and you don't feel it connect. Shit, you're still you're still scrambling. You're back on your feet, but now you're running towards the water. Mo!
Will Troy to go and join people on the bridge. And then I am going to cast Dispel Magic on Spleen. I will upcast it to 4th level.
Oh, be gone, foul spear.
No chances.
No chances?
Taking
Oh.
no
Swear.
chances. Max level.
If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to break out the dirty stuff.
It's just dirty socks.
Be afraid.
Okay, no, that's
So any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus is the spell level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
yeah. Yep, no, that works.
Oh, roll
Speaking of-
against whole person.
Yep, roll against whole person.
Does it
No,
remove all of them or just the last one?
I mean it's
Ooh.
DM's rule, but theoretically, all of them.
Let me just quickly look up Dispel Magic. I know you just said everything, but
Yeah,
I
I'm the
just
type
wanna
of person I gotta
see
see it
Again, is a
myself.
good idea.
I think
Yeah,
it would
I need to
be-
see
Read it with
myself.
your own eyes.
Yeah, never
any
hurts
creature,
to read.
object, or magical effect.
So all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, all of it.
To choose any.
Oh.
Oh,
I choose suggestion.
You choose the suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
hmm.
No. JT. Look at the face. With like Jim Carrey eyebrows for a second. The Rock. There it is.
Okay. Realizing what effect had been actually, would you have been in range to have heard that? Heard the suggestion?
I
Would-
think so.
Would they have to know
Actually,
that it's
I mean,
suggestion?
like, if you want me to make an Arcana check, my specialty,
Yeah.
to figure out why my friend is suddenly attacking my new other friend.
That is true. You know what? At this point, I'm not gonna fight this thing. It's like I'm gonna beat your technicality with mine.
Actually.
According to the rule book, in this
Realizing that
section,
Spleen is attacking a friend without actual provocation, even though you've only known them for a very short while, you've recognized that this isn't right. This isn't natural to what this person does. You make the connection that they were magically altered to want to do this. So you call upon the Soul Weaver to help remove that implanted thought. How do you say your dispel?
And a shittier version. Spleen. Oh, Spleen! I think I'm out of tune. I'm sorry. Come back to us now.
Spleen.
I'm
Okay, if
sorry.
you can't reach it, screech it.
welcome back here.
Spleen. You hear the screeching, the wailing cacophony that is Logan Fow's singing voice. It's digging into your brain, and it is not painful, but it is absolutely horrid. You're writhing back and forth, but you start thinking more clearly. You start thinking, it's like, wait,
2 + 2 = 4. Clearly.
Your dispel magic made her do math.
Oh no.
But you realize you just hurt Howard. You downed him. You hurt your friend. And the suggestion has been successfully taken away from your brain.
I just go completely still.
Well, yeah, you're still held.
But like, no more struggling. You bitch.
Is that your movement, bonus action?
I don't think I can do a bonus action this round since casted a spell.
Roger that. Cool. So the earth elemental pops out of the ground, diving back. as the silence comes down and there's nothing in the cavern.
Oh, hell.
25.
Yep.
Oh no.
Fuck me up, Daddy.
Spleen has received a boon.
Oh.
What?
Be 9 damage for the first hit. And now the second hit. 14.
Beats it.
Oh, buddy.
Yep.
And that's another 12.
Oof.
So this thing comes out of the ground swinging. It grabs you, Diamondback. It pulls you to the ground for the first thing. As it now starts trying to crawl out, it places its other hand on you as it's pulling itself up and out.
Yep.
That is its movement. That is its action.
Apparently,
That is
there
its
was
turn.
a party boon too, like
Ooh.
10 minutes ago.
Oh.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah. I have
Nice.
to.
Oh, you're having tech issues too about hearing?
I guess.
Okay, so Spleen gets a boon and
Yeah.
Party gets a boon.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
Spleen, your next attack will be at advantage.
Oh,
Party, next skill check is at advantage.
On.
Okay.
Nah, actually, Earth Elemental, whatever save or skill check will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Cool.
That'll be the party thing against a creature. All right, so with that, Diamondback,
All right.
you're not prone, but you're
Yeah. Now I kind of start strumming up again. Well, here you are. Guess I better rock you like a
doing
I love
As
it.
soon as you started, I was like, yes.
I
please.
love it here. The opposite of I hate it here. I love it here.
hurricane. Yep. So I'm going to drop Shatter behind the elemental again so I can nab it, but not me. This is only going... Actually, no. This is going to be at 4th level.
4th level. Oh, you're not playing. Ooh.
I'm not playing. That thing, yeah, almost has me dead. So yeah, that is, it's a Constitution save DC 16. It's at disadvantage anyhow, so you can't get double disadvantage, but...
Actually, I would do that.
No?
Lowest one was a 14. If it's Constitution, that's a 19.
Oh, damn. Well, he saves. So he's going to take half of 5d8.
Roll well, my friend.
And I did. Okay. Ooh, that is 25 thunder damage.
That's halved?
Well, it'll be half of 25 thunder damage, so 12. Although if what you said earlier about possible vulnerability is what I think it is, then maybe it's not quite so bad.
Yeah. Again, after getting hit, you grab your loot. You're swinging it down. Ride you like a hurricane.
Oh,
We're
sheesh.
so getting
Starts
copyright
violently
claimed.
shaking again. The tables, the crossbows, everything that was around it as it was popping up out of the ground, immediately, quite literally shatters. And this earth elemental is violently shaking as well. You see the dirt and like the soil that was holding its joints together start loosening much further. It's collecting itself up, but it's a lot slower.
Yeah. There we go. And I am. There we go. Yeah, I'm. I don't want to provoke an opportunity attack, so I'm going to stay there and go. I think it's almost dead. Yeah, that's going to be me.
All right. Yimmer.
Okay, well. Yimmer's gonna politely shuffle past everyone on the bridge. Excuse me, follow me, coming through. Gonna poke a thing. Comes out beside. And because I still have my insightful fighting on it, I get to add my sneak attack without hiding or anything like that.
Yep.
And this is also my special blade.
Ooh.
Yes.
Mm.
So, big money, big money, big money.
Way too good.
Ah,
Mhm.
ah, 10.
Buddy.
I know.
Oh,
Oh,
buddy.
oh, oh
No
no.
whammies.
Running,
Yeah, no whammies.
running through the crowd, you realize there's the opportunity. You see this thing violently shaking. It's like, there's a weak point. Going for it. Da-da-da-da-da. Grabbing the blade from in behind, coated in a special thing. You go. You try and hit and aim right for the soily parts. Sting!
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
Scratched a blade right across the rock.
Hal has received a point of luck.
Mm.
Ooh.
very
Mm.
nice.
Nice.
Oh, who's the mysterious man people fiends?
Bad people, please.
Well, I think I may have made a mistake, but here we are, and that's that.
So, that's that. Cool. How? Use that point of luck. Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can't think of anything than just reaching around people and going, Eldritch Blast. Oh, that luck's gonna come in handy.
Seeing the water
And
breathe
reroll.
quickly, you do your finger guns, and the creamsicle color energy fires out. So first one missed.
Yep.
With what?
It was actually no. It's gonna be 12.
Okay, no, that don't hit.
All right. So second one, 15.
15? That does not hit either.
Well, you know what? I used my luck point, but I'm also going to use Dark One's own luck. Actually, no. Since you already said it doesn't work, I can't do it. Never mind.
Okay. You're desperately trying to fire, but there's too many people in the way. The Eldritch Blasts go fire wide. Spleen.
I didn't mean to do any of that. I promise I didn't mean to do any of that. Where the fuck is she? I'm gonna kill her. I'm so sorry. Zana! I'm gonna kill you. I'm just gonna go running towards the table and just start swinging and throwing tables and all that stuff over there.
Well, there goes that
Downs.
little table.
Down's me, but she's the one who flips the table.
All right, that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right.
So, for the few seconds that you see this table, you see a bunch of maps and parchments on top of it. You don't give a shit, but you're flipping it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Howard.
Oh, turn around, look at Splee, breathe a big sigh of relief. And then I'm gonna look over at the Earth Elemental. And we're gonna relieve a little stress. And we're gonna chromatic orb that son of a bitch at level
Nice.
4.
Ooh.
All right, you cast a Google Chromecast. Got it.
With thunder damage.
Yes.
Nice.
So we're gonna take the sword out
By
just as
thunder.
well. The sword's already out. We're just gonna flip our grip around, hold it upside down, and smash the hilt into the back of the shield as hard as I can, aiming at the Earth Elemental.
You do that as the sword hits. You hear the vibrations reverberate throughout the cavern. This very nice high pitch. If you could see the sonic echoes throughout the air, you would see it forming in front. But nobody can see this happening because they're facing the other way. Diamondback, Yimmer, you see a quick shot right out of your eye, just this nearly invisible sphere just hit and impact upon this elemental. So what do I got to do?
That's a 23 to hit.
23 to hit? Oh, that'll hit.
God,
It
let me look
hits.
up how much damage that is.
Yep, please.
68.
68.
Brain, 11. 17. 24. $25 damage.
25 damage. This thing gets hit. And you see soil and rock explode outside off its shoulder. It reels back into pain. This thing is looking mighty, mighty hurt. It's trying to bring itself back together with whatever sort of energy it has, but it just got its shit rocked.
So good.
Mo. Sorry, bonus action movement.
Nope.
Loganthal.
Okay. This thing's on death's door, correct?
You think it is?
All right. And everybody's still kind of hurt.
Yep.
I'm fine. My feelings are hurt. I
You
have
can walk it off.
emotional damage.
Not the emotional damage. Okay, then I will fire off another Toll the Dead and mass healing word combo.
Cool. So Toll the Dead, that's a con save for me.
Wisdom.
Wheezy. That's a 3.
That's
Nice.
a failure.
think it's a
Marking
failure.
off the mass healing word.
Please.
Alright. Okay, that is going to be another 15.
Another 15.
Yes, and then for the healing. Okay. Better roll this time. Everybody heals for 7.
Nice.
Mogenthau. Finish it.
Ah.
Alright. Mogenthau conjures the bell again and says, "Ding dong, mother trucker." And it goes off again, and he just shatters.
Right on. Again, calling upon the Soul Weaver. You open a dimensional fissure right above this earth elemental. This bell drops down and encompasses this giant creature of pure rock, soil, and anything else that the earth would conjure. As it lands, you hear the chime of a bell going off, and inside, all you hear is as the bell dissipates, the earth elemental is a mound.
Well, I ain't gotta ask for whom that bell tolls.
And with
Well,
that, we're gonna go to a quick break. We
Enough.
call
But
that one a
is the
cliffhanger.
mound shambling?
Feels
I want to
like
thank
it
all
is.
y'all for
Shambles.
sticking by for the combat, and we will be back in about 10 or so minutes, maybe. We shall see how quickly we can get things done. But our friend Mogenthau has life things to be done. I'm thankful that they could come out and enjoy the combat. We wish you Godspeed.
Thank you.
Oh, but
It was a
before
pleasure.
we go, we have a stretch.
Oh, big stretch. Okay.
Ah!
Big
Oh,
stretch.
everything hurts.
Oh my gosh!
To the
Usually
left,
cracked something.
to the right.
Yeah.
Oh wait!
Oh, I
Shoulders
shouldn't
back.
do that after
Okay.
fighting spleen. Ow, everything hurts.
That made me lightheaded.
All right. With that, we'll be right back. Please stand by. didn't go after one.
Was it on one or after
You
one?
skipped 2.
I did skip
You know, I
2
went for
because it
one,
was
like,
13.
13. 1.
One.
Like, wait.
Good. Go. I know we're live. I don't care. We're doing this.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is what people enjoy this.
This is me enjoying what I have.
This is who I
Therefore, I
am.
emotionally damage everything.
This is who I am. If you don't like it, you can go.
Yeah.
I can't stand.
So last time on Falskallan Nights, there was like an earth elemental just coming out of the ground and just being an absolute bitch.
I can't with you right now.
It was
Oh,
so
Lord.
dirty.
No way. You can't sit with a group and everything else, and it was just like, no way, and fought back, throwing chairs and John Cena and everything.
I gotta
Honor,
hydrate.
Honor, you came
Well,
back
that
to
was
Falskallan
Don't worry, you don't need to
Nights.
tell me twice.
This is Falskallan Nights.
In Australia, we got
And we're about to
drinking
get
game
turned.
called drink.
Go that
Drink.
beer. And if you win, you get rum.
Ooh. Where'd all the rum go?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Now that we've been amply distracted, we've been having a really fun game today. At least I have. I don't know about the emotional damage that's going on. But Mogenthau is going over to this Earth Elemental's mound and just starts shifting right through it. What are y'all doing?
Just gonna sprawl out and lay here.
I kind of go over to Halsterian. So, it spleen one. She always like this? Just hitting one of you and then breaking things?
No, that was the red-haired one. She was manipulating.
Hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She breaks things when she likes, especially doors. Definitely
yeah.
doors. But
Mm.
no.
I did see that.
No.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was all things or just doors. Just gotta keep an eye out for that one.
Anything in her way.
Okay. I'll make sure I'm not in the way.
I gotta say, I met some belligerent teenagers in my time, but that one, from what little I've witnessed, certainly seems to take the cake. What's her story?
Well, she came from a loving home and is a bitch.
How's right?
I'm
It is
guessing spoiled rich.
No.
Oh,
Make a history check, the three of you. The original three.
Oh, that's cold.
Fine, she was adopted.
Like, is
Wow.
Spleen still just smashing stuff?
I think she was actually adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. That's
16.
Stevenson.
Yeah, it was adopted.
11.
Howard, you vaguely remember hearing about the parents being killed. You don't remember by what.
Actually rolled pretty well. It's an 18 minus 1, so 17.
17? Pretty much the same. You remember parents were killed and had a huge chip on her shoulder. Specifically against you, Splint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, back. Go RP.
Oh.
Oh.
We have received a no cursing.
Oh,
Picklebottom.
dear.
No bleeps.
Thistle bottom.
Well, golly gee willikers, that sounds like one heck of a story.
Dang it.
Not been there.
Well, fun bunches of votes, all y'all.
Yeah, should we go poking around at what's left of the stuff on the table that's now on the floor?
Oh yeah, sorry. As soon as I answered your question, I was actually heading over there. Was my plan anyway?
I mean, at this point, it's a free for all. So like, there's like,
Yeah.
if you guys want to move to a place,
Sure.
just do it. There's, like ultimately, like the cavern's a little bit different from what it is represented here. This is just like, the best spot I've had in my
Okay.
life. So like, there's going to be more here than what you see.
Mhm.
So just like ask, and I will tell them.
Okay. Well, yeah, Yimmer is going to use his what is it? Eye for detail to look for important documents and such.
Well,
So,
seeing Spleen, how much fury have you inflicted on everything in this general vicinity?
Wouldn't have torn anything because I know the nerds would hate me, and they already hate me enough right now.
Would you have
But I would have
in your rage, especially given that this is against a person that actually gets under your skin?
we can roll
Roll.
because I'm in between. I'm like I would, but I'm not sure.
Like
Yeah.
the only reason why is like you were in a rage, and this is
Yeah.
somebody who actually gets you pissed off.
Roll
Okay.
to see what's broken.
Roll
Kind of fitting because you
anger.
did flip a table.
Yeah, roll an anger check. Wisdom.
Yeah, give me
Yeah,
one.
roll just straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom.
It's like I can't really justify a save or a check.
That's a natural one for 2.
Oh. Okay, so you're doing things indiscriminately. You're not specifically going after documents. But you're just going at it.
yeah. So
Flipping.
Yimmer kind of approaches cautiously from behind. Hey, Spleen, can you stop swinging? Stop swinging a bit. Just gonna look
I'm
at some of these things.
stopping. I'm. It's just
No, it's okay. It's okay.
the
Stay out
fuck
of
just
range
happened
or
to
she's
me.
mad.
That little. I'm gonna wring her neck.
As long as it's
How
her,
dare her
okay.
doing this to me? You can't. You just can't. That coward. Flip. More things.
Nope, that's what I didn't want you to do. Okay.
The fuck out of my way. You don't know shit.
10 minutes is starting now.
Again.
Again.
Reset.
I know.
You know what always makes me feel better? A nice mushroom. Would you like one?
Lowly turds. I said to shut up.
Okay. And he pops the mushroom in his mouth and just chews it.
Which one did you bite?
I don't know. I just reached
Okay,
in. I didn't look.
You stick the mushroom in your mouth. You take a first bite, and it's like feels like you're tasting a little bit of perfume, but not like the nasty effect of it. Like it's very floral.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, this is really nice.
Wonderful. Not too bad. Do I know that one? I should know this one.
Let me consult my notes.
Yeah, I was like, wait, which one's the tasty one?
He's like, roll for mushroom.
Yeah.
Ah,
No.
right.
Yeah.
Ah!
Laurel.
It's so beautiful.
Edible.
Don't go into the
Glistening
light.
Kokora.
Oh, glistening
I can't
Kokora.
help it.
Edible.
Don't go into the fanny.
Damn, I went for the good shit. You
Uh-oh.
I missed something, didn't I?
I'm here to do what Yimmer's is doing.
No,
Oh,
it was just delicacy.
yeah, I wish it
What?
was something different.
Use that
acid.
caviar.
Everything-
A
Everything-
chanterelle, I've heard some people call it. That's for the fancier folk, but that's what I like. Nothing funny about it, just it's always nice to have a nice treat now and then, especially after getting tossed around a little. Not saying that you were. No, you were fine. You were fine. But, everything's fine. We're good.
You see my like teeth clattering, like I'm clenching and it's just shaking, like I'm shivering. My whole body is just shaking. And I'm like clenching and unclenching my hands. And sometimes and just like raking my fingers through my hair and like something pull in and just so confused.
Hey, Spleen, I'm sorry. I hit you with some, mind stuff while you were under the spell. Do you want some healing for that, or?
No. It's fine. It's fine. I get it. I get it. I saw everything.
You know it ain't your fault, right?
It is, though. She took control of me. I couldn't fight it. I didn't even have a chance. It just happened. And I just went with all of it. I could have killed him. I almost did. Shit. I wanted to.
Another swear.
I know. It left in my mouth, and I was like, "There it
Almost at the
goes."
same time.
Yo, it's just gonna go on forever. I'm telling you, this is the wrong character to do this.
I know. Howard calls out from his spot on the floor. Spleen, it's partially my fault. I could have gotten away from you a lot faster. And against my better judgment, I tried something that I shouldn't have.
And there are lots of times when I'll give people something that they're not expecting, and then they do something funny, and, well, they think it's them that did it, and they blame themselves like you are, but really we all know that it was me. I was the one doing all the funny business. So, since
You
we
did this?
know it was that funny lady,
No.
so we know it was her fault, right?
Okay.
It's not you.
But you could do stuff like that.
Well, not like that, but sometimes you make someone giggle in the wrong time, makes it a bit of a scene. At a solemn funeral, you don't want someone suddenly giggling, so, you know.
Now, is that
Remember
putting it
the
under our
first-
hats and never speaking of it again?
I suppose. I mean, Spleen, do you remember one of the first battles we fought in together where I made someone fight their allies down in the volcanic area?
Yeah.
Magic can be creepy.
Yeah.
It can mess with you in ways that you cannot expect. Do not blame yourself for this. Blame Izana, because she is a horrible little wretch.
Yeah. She is. I just wish. I guess. I just wish I understand it. I'm different. I can't do the things that you guys can do.
No one's expecting you to be a nerd. It's okay.
I mean, I wouldn't want to
That's
be
just
one anyway.
Is that you? Who's going to open jars in camp?
true. I can open jars really well.
And doors.
I was cursed again.
Heck, doors! um, uh, Morgenthau, Yemmer, Diamondback, thanks. I guess.
Morgenthau sticks his head up from the mound. Don't forget me.
I said you're just not listening! Get your head out of the ground!
Ow.
You're very welcome.
Sorry for throwing bugs at you earlier. Didn't seem to bother you none, but sorry nonetheless.
No, what's with that? Are they supposed to be bad?
Well, well, you're like me. They're all creepy crawly. They're not so bad, but yeah, lots of people don't like them. A lot. It makes them run around. Usually, not for you, so that's a bit unusual. But you know, different bugs for different thugs.
Yes, I believe I would prefer no bugs. Thank you.
Noted. I'll get you the creepiest crawly ones next time you turn on
How?
us.
How that makes no sense! You literally summoned flies that one time. Or bugs.
No way. You gotta
Yeah!
tell me about them. Where do you keep
Hey.
them?
Liar!
What, you got like a bag of them?
No.
Oh,
It's not exactly natural. I mean, they're magical in nature. They just sort of appear. I actually want to check to see how physical they are. I mean, they do damage, so there's that.
it's all in their mind.
That's what I've been playing it as. Like it's
Oh, that's good.
like a illusion that bites you.
Mhm. Yes,
Every every form of magic happens in its own way.
yeah.
If yours bites, the other one's doesn't. Who cares?
Mhm.
We're having fun.
If they both bite, is it kinky?
Oh my.
No, it's just rude that I'm not invited.
I'm gonna go walk up to Howard. Help him up and get him. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
You should have blocked the second one. And the third.
I
You
tried,
know better.
but
We've been
yeah,
over this.
I know. I'm just like in a shame corner.
You have failed your emergency spleen survival training.
No, seriously, I really didn't want to do any of that.
I know.
That was really messed up.
I haven't picked up what Hal has yet on countering people's magic. I should probably really make that a high priority.
Me too.
But I did try to help you fight it. Didn't work very well. Not a big surprise. I should have just gotten away from you. That would have been the smart thing to do. But you know me, I like to play dangerously with magic.
You should have hit me.
But You hit much harder than I do. What good would that do?
You showed dominance. You know I don't listen to you.
Then. But you hit harder than me. How would I show dominance?
I think we might be having.
I think I'm losing
Oh,
connection.
yeah. I think the internet hicked up
Oh.
for a moment.
Yeah, it hiccuped
It
there for a
really-
second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody cast hold person on your signal.
Oh.
Everything chill out.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Uh,
Yeah, enlarge or reduce bandwidth.
And we're back. Sorry
And
about
we're
that.
back.
Our internet decided to start hiccuping very badly.
See, at least he's on the draw with callbacks and comebacks. Like, Jesus. It's like, he's like, hey guys, we're back. Thank you for the problems. I'm like,
I mean, I was thinking about it from the moment it happened, so I was just like,
Hello. Hello there.
so just
Talking like Mr.
confirming,
Bean.
like technically new stream, we can say fucking shit again, yeah?
yep.
Yay!
Fuck you, water.
Fucking
Come on.
A.
Oh,
Nuh-uh.
oh god.
Oh no.
I didn't
Oh,
do
no,
it. I
there's
didn't
3
reset
minutes.
it. It was not my fault.
There's 3
I'm
minutes on
just-
the timer.
I don't know. Nope. I don't.
Nope.
I'm not
Utter.
counting it. DM overrule.
Yay!
Okay.
Haha.
And there was much rejoicing.
Mom said I'm
Oh,
allowed
no.
to curse.
I think I know what's about to happen.
Okay, so does Yimmer find anything of note?
1 second. There we go. Make an investigation check.
Investigation is what I do. 14 plus 17.
So 14 plus 17, that's 32. You
No, sorry, sorry, plus 3, so 17. Where would I get plus 17? Like,
Expertise?
This is Pathfinder level now. You transcended 5e. You're now.
I see everything.
Sorry, I'm just tormenting. I'm tormenting Given. I'm having too much fun with this possibility.
No.
So you're looking around, and basically it's a giant mess. Spleen did a pretty good job. Luckily, there wasn't any weaponry involved. It was just pure smashy grabby and whatnot. There wasn't much ripping when it came along. So, before you guys came along, so luckily there wasn't further destruction happening. That being said, it is a giant fucking mess.
Well, to make heads and tails out of all this.
So you start looking around. You start rummaging. Does anybody else come in and help, or is it just going to be Yimmer doing his thing while you guys have a chat?
Oh, I'm there.
You're there?
Yeah, I'll come over and help.
Yep.
As a group effort, we clean up after Spleen, as we normally do.
Also, forget me getting hosed down in the back of the guild.
That wasn't
Oh,
cleaning up after
God.
spleen. That was cleaning up spleen.
Yeah.
For those of you who were not a part of that episode or have joined recently, Spleen had gone out one night to find a house of lady favors. Ended up getting jumped by a bunch of goblins that are now hiring her, and but
Context?
she had dispatched of them in a rather artistic display of gruesomeality, and then dragged all of those guts and bloods that were on top of her back to the guild home,
Mm-hmm.
which
So-
ensued taking Spleen to the backside and hosing her down with a water cantrip.
Well,
Just
can appreciate that.
what
Makes a statement.
happened? Oh, let's go wash you off.
It didn't happen at the lady's house, did it? What did you do?
She was going out to find the house of lady favors, comes back covered in blood. It's like, what?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Extra for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a scene from The Boys in here.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, I love that show.
Good.
Anyway, rummaging around, you find a bunch of maps with X's all over them. You find stacks of paper that you're sort of trying to make heads or tails of. They are marked and kind of held within some sort of a certain area, but you might have to take a little bit of time to just put them together and do that. And there's a parchment that is rolled up. There was a broken wax seal on it. And so there's a bunch of that.
I definitely.
Do you wish
looked
to
at
start
that.
trying to discerning what the heads
Oh,
and tails
yes.
are?
Oh yes.
So this will take you a good, let's say, between 10 to 20 minutes of
Alright.
just
Yeah.
figuring out where all of these papers go with each other and just
Right.
doing quick skimming and whatnot. You start realizing, oh, this is prisoner transfers.
Oh, I know some of these guys.
Yeah, actually, you do, because there's some of the people that you had worked with in the tailor shop, and some of Gelvin Clevis's book guys, actually.
He was sloppy. He was cocky. Oh, I liked him. Oh, I need to connect with that guy.
Okay, so Yimmer, you've done an investigation check. I would like the rest of you to make investigation checks for me, please.
Ooh.
The rest of us.
Supposed to be decent at
Oh,
this.
that- oh.
10.
13.
13, Hal?
I'm gonna use that dark one's own luck.
You do actually have
My roll.
you do have a luck die.
Oh, and I just
No, I
realized I have
already used
inspiration.
Whatever, I'll take it. 9.
Oh,
Whoa!
Oh,
Blaine, I
man.
or no?
Sure! I rolled. I got a natural 20 minus 1, 19.
She knows
I
exactly where she threw
Explode
it.
myself up to a 15.
So you guys are looking around and then you're taking your time because you're kind of collectively doing this. It's kind of a shared experience. Like just shared, like, okay, this kind of looks like it goes with this paper, and you're starting to piece together these documents.
well, it's a
And doing that.
two-taking exercise.
Yeah. Spleen, you're looking at the maps, and you realize that, like, yeah, this is Falscala, but these look like river lines. This looks like an extensive charting of rivers, but they don't match what you have adventured throughout.
Underground rivers. like it's rivers that in areas I'm very familiar with, so I've never seen them. Or is that what you're trying to say? Like it's,
Like,
or
yeah,
is it like
you
a completely different area that I've never been to?
no, it's a map of Falskallan.
Okay, possible.
And so like looking at a map what it is because like you have adventured through a lot of these areas. You're a roamer. It's what you do.
These don't match up at all. These don't match up at all. What?
What you looking at there, Slee?
Uh, this map they had. These waterways, rivers, creeks, all these locations here, it doesn't match up. I may not be very book smart, but I got a damn good memory of terrain, where I've been. And so I can make my way back, especially for hunting.
Yeah.
And I know these lands pretty well, but these rivers don't match up. This is not right.
Hold on, spleen. Let me see that thing. Give me a minute. I'm gonna start rummaging through my bag. Pull out a map and lay out my map of the ley lines of Falskallan next to it. Does it look similar at all?
Some of them do. Some of them kind of line up and others don't. But as you pull out the map of the ley lines, another map that was there starts making a hell of a lot more sense.
These aren't waterways, spleen. They're magic ways, so to speak. They're called ley lines. Why does she have a map of ley lines? Are there any ley lines that are different between the maps? Or
Between what you had picked up, there seemed to be more charting of these things. But they seem to be more between Kohiara and Ministad. And a lot of the things like these are two separate maps, what Spleen had found and what another map that had just you had found. And then the third one that you pulled out that you already had. So
Really?
there's that, like Spleen, you're pretty damn sure these are underground river charts. And it seems to be like between the Valen Rapids, which is like the big river that splits Falkskala in half,
Mhm.
and Menestad. And it seems to get less extensive going out into like Onver, Bloknexvik, Solness, Soundhilda.
Mhm.
So you're. Mhm.
Are you sure? I don't know what that is, but it could just be underground rivers.
no, they're ley lines. I don't remember where we found this map, but I do remember it's a map of ley lines. And there's a whole lot of matching in here.
Well, Spleen, do you think you could point out where we are right now on that other map?
Try. I can try.
Because that would tell us if it is an underground river, because if we
Okay, if
are
I
where it says
try.
that,
I'm checking from where we were, where we entered. We would be about maybe right here.
Make a history
Yeah,
check.
I was saying to make a check.
I was like, you're not just going to give this to us, are you?
It's pretty decent. It's history is a -1, so that's a 15.
Without any sort of real landmarks, you're kind of guessing at this point. You think you're right.
1 year, give or take. I don't know. But around here, is that close to anything? God.
God, you're not too sure.
Oh, the estimated circle is it near an underground river?
The estimated sir, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Menestad has a bunch of these rivers going through. Some of these are the sewers that you had walked through, like Yimmer and Diamondback for sure because of the tailor shop.
Yeah, I was going to ask, would I recognize because he would have gone underground at some point or another? Would he recognize any of these waterways?
Not exactly, because some of the sewers like just kind of ended, or they would just kind of naturally die into like an underground aquifer or something like that. It just sometimes it just
And
out of your curiosity you would try and follow, but ultimately you wouldn't get too far.
okay,
So this seems to be like more of like a natural progression to what go
okay,
on, but you're not too sure.
okay,
It looks like it could be, but
okay.
it's really hard to tell.
Simple question for all of you magic doers. Is the ley line a source? Is it a resource?
I'd say yes.
Could be.
Could it be used?
Depends what you're trying to do. Do I know of anyone
City
successfully using
timer.
ley lines for anything?
Wait.
I mean, the theory behind ley lines has been widely debated between the academy and a bunch of other magic using schools throughout Alderman, the actual like world. But generally, it's more druidic based. But anybody who uses any of the arcane stuff had found that if they tried tapping into ley lines, it was extremely hard to do, but the yield tended to kind of work. You get an enhancement on what powers were, but because they were so specific, it was just generally as a so let the druids go in and do their thing and tap into nature in these certain points and find how these things work. Because there wasn't any practical use or knowledge for any of the actual studied arcane arts.
So yeah, they have potential use explained, but I don't know of anything that it could be actively used for. Not easily.
Then why would they have a map
That's
would-
what
of
I'm
this
wondering.
maybe possibly being ley lines and not underground?
I would say this because this was a very long time ago when we first started playing. The first fire elementals that were summoned were on a ley line.
And I was trying to remember
And
that
you did make
whether
this connection.
okay.
Did.
I kind of remember that being
That's
way
why
back.
that's why I was like, do I say this or do I not? Because I want
Yeah.
you guys to figure this out. But I'm
No,
like,
try
no.
to push it. Because I remember that
Yeah.
being a thing way back. Yeah.
But a lot of things happened in almost a year of playing this game.
Mm-hmm. I'm letting the nerds figure it out.
And in
So-
Morganville,
I know I keep running into these worst case scenarios. Is it possible they're trying to summon the entire plane of fire?
Why just fire? Why not all of them?
I'm just starting to mark on the map roughly where we know of that elementals have been summoned.
So the ones that you know of was north of Menestad. There was the one in Menestad, which there is like a ley line source there. The others are seemingly random. The others that you have encountered,
Not really on
no,
or
they
near
don't really
them.
coincide with any sort of. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anything Morganthau might be able to make head or tail of?
Good question. You'd have to come back at me on that one.
I mean, I've got the sheet, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Given Morgenthau's experiences and whatnot, there are more of the essences of life,
Mm.
not so much as the studied arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah, dealing with the soul weaver, the goddess that is the bearer of souls. That he wouldn't really have any sort of good knowledge or any good grasp of what could be helpful within the situation.
Mm.
Are there any patterns that seem to go to or around the pillars? Because I remember there was something said when I first met most of you that there would be sundering the pillars to allow the fire to swallow us all, something of that sort.
Yeah,
When
the
we
ultimate goal of. Hmm.
any of these
On
ley
these maps
lines,
that you have found here, there
Mhm.
isn't much shooting out towards both sides of the pillar, Fel Anver and Fel Tarok.
Mm.
Fel Anver being the closest pillar to Anver, and Fel Tarok, which is the eastern pillar. What you see looks to be what has been charted, but what has been charted doesn't mean there isn't anything that can't.
There was something that seemed to be drawing that uh, rather crass elemental man covered in scars to the east, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Well, we can definitely confirm he was there.
There he was.
There were
Wait.
a
Wait.
lot of them far to the east, but those
Wait.
were hundreds of. Well, I'm gonna look at the the two maps that were here and see if there are more ley lines to the east of Onver and Ministad compared to the old map, because the old map only had ley lines out eastward, like hundreds of miles away from the cities.
You're looking.
Backtrack. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. So you're trying to see if there's more lines that have been charted between Anver and Menestad?
To the east of them.
To the You mean Oh, you mean Koihara and and Menestad.
Mhm.
Now, with that investigation, you don't really see any sort of evidence of any like extensive charting outside that way.
I don't know how it.
Phew. Thank you.
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot over there, Hal, but why would he be back here? Been pondering that since we heard about it.
My question is, you two just mentioned that you've seen the same person?
Yeah, fella who looked like he got into an argument with a wall full of knives.
Oh, you weren't there when they mentioned that, Spleen. Yeah. Ronith, you remember
Well, fill
him?
me in. Yeah, fill me in. What?
Apparently, he played, I don't know, pulled the tail on the donkey with a fucking dragon.
That is correct.
Very
And
good.
was just generally keeping a mildly unsettling eye on us from afar while we were helping out with some of the plunder, I mean, excavation of the ruins.
Exactly. Everything was above board. Nothing to see here or there.
Hmm.
I believe you.
Good.
I think I
I
remember
believe you.
hitting him
Yeah.
and threatening him at the same time.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see him again.
Well, we did manage to annoy him enough. Maybe annoy is not the right word. We got him to not just leave.
I mean, I think that was more Brian he's doing than anything.
That's quite possible.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Hmm.
Well, either way, we didn't see any elementals out that way, and you're talking to the wrong fella so far as ley lines and deeper aspects of magic go, but well, when we ran the hell out of there were a lot of goblins, fair number of orcs, great big fuck off white dragon, and then yeah, your scarred buddy basically smacking the dragon around like it was a bad pet.
Any war
Orcs and
paint
goblin. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
those goblinoids?
Yeah, there was what was it, a white hen?
Yeah.
There
A
yeah.
white hand.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Acquaintances of yours, I take it?
Y'all, how old are the two of you?
And
Well,
Well, how old do I look, darling?
yeah, that's a personal question.
That's a
Old
question for.
enough to remember the war?
Well,
Out of character, I think I'm like 79 or something like that.
Yeah, you're pushing 80. You're pushing
Yeah.
80. But you were never around for any of that. You've
Yeah.
heard stories, but
71. Yeah.
you're just like, what? War's done. Don't care. Coming in.
Yeah.
Yimmer, you've heard of the war. You've been kind of in and out and around, but ultimately you were never
yeah.
a part of it. You were more or less out in Firkmosa
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
that had happened, and you had wandered your way in from the Pillars Mountain Range into Falskallan, and you've been kind of like you've just kind of just doing you, really.
Yeah, didn't really affect me. Every now and then someone wants something a little you know, reserved for the front lines, and every now and then it went missing and ended up in my friend's hands. So that's where I was involved, but beyond that, didn't really have the stomach for the stuff.
Well, probably gonna be told not to talk about this, probably for the best. Don't mention it around random people. Um, the White Hand was the opposing force. That's who we were fighting.
Yeah.
Well, they're still kicking, so
Yeah.
did you lose?
Supposedly, they were eliminated completely.
Wait, do you
We
want to
won.
know of like the whole? They're definitely not eliminated. Like in their underground background, them growing in the back, secrecy to strike.
They were kicked back hard enough to have stopped any sort of advancing.
Mhm.
Well,
The White Hand has basically lain dormant. A lot of people know, or at least if you would talk to Violet Fury, a lot of the military higher ups know that the eastern side of Falskallan is basically a lost cause, and that's why they don't go for it. Because the White Hand is a big enough force to be reckoned with, but it hasn't made a move.
well, look, not to impugn what was accomplished or nothing, but it does seem like they've been going on something of a recruiting drive since last they might have reared their heads. Ain't much on good first impressions either.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we
surprised. Not surprised at all.
found out about that to some extent a few months ago. At large scale.
Well, it's just their involvement in this is what confuses me. I'm not surprised that they're, showing up all of a sudden. And the whole recruitment thing, of course. Of course, they have plenty of lackeys.
I heard that kid mention a name when she was talking to big fellow with the full-blooded orcs around. Felstern or some odd. Ringing any bells for?
Run that by me again?
The the orcs that were chatting with your wayward youth earlier. Thought I heard her call one of them, or heard somebody around here call one of them Felstern. Seemed to be the leader. Unless I wrote that note wrong.
Fellstorm.
Hellstorm.
I wrote the note wrong.
Belug.
Hey, mistyped
Fellstorm.
names can be misheard things
Yeah.
in IRL.
Could
Oh,
be
yeah.
just as naturally.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to find anything on that name.
Definitely seems connected to La Shiraz, but I is La Shiraz part of the White Hand?
Shit.
Is one of them using the other? Is one of them part of the other?
Some kind of clue. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a stone from Noon Square that I still fucking have. So, any of you guys familiar with two of you, three of you, Mogan, with were any of you around when the big to-do happened in Ministad, the first summonings of the elementals in town?
Mogenthau shakes his head, and I'm not gonna do the impression. I'm just this is third person speak. Mogenthau basically says no. He's been out in Onver training and teaching kids out at the hospital, the Soul Weavers Hospital. Yimmer Diamondback, you had been posted in Koihara. That whole posting had been about 6 months, and so the events that have been referenced here were about 3 months prior.
Heard about it, but far away.
Yeah, wasn't going to all the normal parties, so didn't get all the gossip that may have been going around.
There's a whole lot of chaos that we know of. So we were at the square, and wasn't the only place an elemental was summoned, but the biggest one was there. And we did a little bit of digging. And this stone, I'll just toss it to them.
Oh, oh.
You see how it's a little oddly colored? Yeah, it's got some sulfur and other alchemical compounds mixed in there. Mixed in when it was created.
Yimmer licks it.
It's not pleasant.
Yep, it's sulfur.
Yimmer, never change.
Thank
Make
you.
a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's what I like to hear. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
This is normal. Okay.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh no, no, no. 4.
4? Okay.
Not so bad.
I smell that.
Oh, that's the first thing you do. First you just look at it. Well, no, it's the third thing you do. First you look at it, then you sniff it, then you lick it.
Okay. And I want to take out my water skin is full of that crap, and I want to smell that next.
The water skin. The difference between the water skin and the difference between the water skin and the stone,
The bright.
it's too great. Doesn't seem to be any correlation.
Doesn't meet. Here you go.
So you're saying this is baked in right from the beginning? Like
Yeah.
back when the town was... I mean, were the roads redone recently or something?
About 15 years ago.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Yeah, because it wasn't the only one, obviously. There was, you remember that summoning circle I showed you? It was built into Noon Square all those years ago. And around the same time as that elemental incident, there were numerous bags of holding supposedly spread around to key locations. And let me tell you, pull out the bag of devouring. Don't put shit in this bag, and don't fucking reach in it if you
And
don't want to be
stuff.
consumed.
Don't put shit and stuff in the bag.
Why do you have it?
Yeah.
So that Glam doesn't get eaten by it. Let me tell you, that lady, she has some hell of luck. She was using this fucking bag. It's a bag of devouring. I don't know if you all know what that is. But
Is that like
she
if
was
somebody turned a bag of holding into a mimic?
kinda close enough.
Now
It
that is
consumes
just
things.
evil.
Yeah. Spread them around to key locations such as the guild, with them being labeled as bags of holding. And Glam, bless her, she used this motherfucker for a week and didn't get pulled in. But I didn't let her use it anymore.
She sounds lucky. And Yimmer starts. Yeah. Well, I think we know what I think of. But look it.
Maybe you shouldn't lick the sulfur rock?
Exactly.
Do you need healing?
No, that's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you just let me know, buddy.
Yeah, not the first thing.
It's not the first time this has happened. Let me tell you about the last time we were around Onver. And anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
Really, I'm more worried.
You tried
about
leeches?
Lesson learned.
Leeches can help that.
No, I just can't hear it. It's not snoring. It's just, I can't hear it.
Clearly.
You can't hear. You can't hear it.
Yeah.
Probably clear up in like an hour or something.
It'll pass.
Well, that sucks. Get better soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thoughts and prayers.
I'm just gonna shoulder
Sending
nudge
good
Hal
vibes.
and just kind of prestidigitate a tiny little giant toe in my hand and show him.
Awkward cough. Nod.
Next time, try maybe eating bread first and then licking the brick. Maybe if you coat your mouth and your stomach, it won't make you really sick. Trust me, I have experience.
Hey, how you feeling? We have to compare. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it actually helped you last time.
Hey, I lasted a couple days.
Alright.
I mean, Yim's a pretty sturdy little bastard. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of a miracle he's lived this long. I'd just assume that nothing short of full disintegration could probably kill him.
Hurry.
More power
Don't
to
you
you.
write a damn thing down, DM.
Yeah, Yimmer disintegrate.
Try disintegrate.
Yeah.
God disintegrate? Question mark.
It's test number 5.
It's like a
No,
Morgan Freeman voice comes in. On this day, Yimmer tried to lick the sulfur. In the end, it turned out his tongue went numb.
Now, not meaning to detract at all from the seriousness of the situation we're in, DM, am I correct in assuming there's an area up in the corner of the map past the water that seems to have chests and things in it? Is that actually there, or is that just part of the map?
That's just a part of the map,
Well, damn.
but I was just letting you guys RP. There is still more to this global investigation going on here. So, like, as you guys are doing this, you're still collecting everything and putting all these papers together. Just let me get my thing.
Well, you're getting
So you
good.
see, like, there are more maps. There are definitely more maps, and some of them have markings on it. And like, how thoroughly do you investigate this? Because I know you like you're basically organizing this. Are you reading everything as you go, or is it just you kind of just shuffling it all together to collect?
I'd say Yimmer's just looking for things that would jump out to him. Like he's not trying to analyze every single thing, but see it.
Okay,
Like with his underground contacts and whatnot, like see if there are any more names that he recognizes and stuff like that.
exactly. So there a lot of the prisoner listings that you had been looking through. Some were that, and others had popped up. I'm just trying to think. Like, would you be sharing all this? I'm assuming this is just
Yeah, this is just like
a
Yeah.
general like powwow. Everybody's sharing what they find.
yeah. I just think I had the highest investigation,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Well, actually, Spleen did.
oh yes, we had the
True.
20,
Yeah.
so
Spleen did, but given that it's nerd stuff, I
yeah.
gave her a map.
Yeah, the map.
Sure.
The map. The map.
Good.
They suggested underground rivers.
Yeah.
You start speaking out names just out random, and you
Salmon 2 spoons,
yeah
Chew the fork.
Phineas Barrow, Taikava Tuin, Howard, and Hal. Those two names
Hey, aren't
Those-
you Howard and Al?
No, no. No, no, no.
No!
Stop
Wait,
that.
I thought that's what you meant. Was there
intrigue.
I was like, "Ooh, y'all on the list, y'all. Y'all on the naughty list."
Not on the list. Howard and Halsterian, you recognize.
What were the names again?
Ooh.
Taikava, Tuin. Trust me, I'll
Mhm.
I should say I am conveying this, but it is still with my phone. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then
Hey, but this guy, guys, he's famous.
and if after about 10 minutes, it actually does start going away.
Okay.
So it's not. Hey, you have suffered the consequences. You have earned your reprieve. these,
Or
these names that I've listed, Phineas Barrow, Taikava Tuin, are academy students. And these are people that you had studied with, like maybe not have been close, but you recognize the names because you were part of like the studying and everything that happened. It's like as much as
Part of my graduating class. I didn't think they'd graduate, but here we are.
Do we know if those two are among those who went missing?
yeah, they're part of the list of people who went missing.
Yimmer, do me a favor. Look on that list for the name NC.
Incy.
You search through the list and NC does not come up.
Nope, no NC. There's an Enza, but no NC.
Hmm.
I would like the both of you, both Howard and Halsterian, to make history checks.
I'm supposed to be good at
back.
that. That somehow landed on an edge. Thank you, felt dice roller. Done.
15. Yep.
15. Halsterian, you're having a hard time. You remember the names, but that's about it. Howard, you remember Phineas being actually pretty good at conjuration in the School of Conjuration.
Wasn't Phineas the kid that liked to summon little water elementals, little teeny ones, in the fountain?
Gives you this glassy-eyed look.
I swear he got in trouble for it once or twice.
Is he one of the ones who broke the toilets?
He might have been.
Why are there so many of those? Anyway,
That was him! He was good at conjuration. I think I was helping out chaperone one of the classes one day. Yeah, was him.
so do you think that brainwashing them like they did with NC, or is NC just
An asshole?
an asshole?
I don't know. Speaking of NC, have we been here long enough for a short rest?
Yeah, throughout this whole time, you've been. Like, I would say this is a short rest. Like just a collection of everything, and you're pretty sure that when you heard the words, "I thought I told you to evacuate" from Aizana, You kind of got the feeling that she meant it. Yep.
So if we are short resting, I'm just going to play a quick song of rest, so everybody gets to roll an additional d6 into their hit dice.
Yep. So roll for your hit points if you're gonna start resting.
Yep.
It's an additional D6, you say?
An additional d6. And it's kind of like strum out a quiet little tune. Well, you'll have to excuse me. I'm not at my best. Been gone for a week. Getting beat since I left. These so-called adventures will soon be my death. I'm so sick of this ick. I need down for a rest. We arrived in December. Oh man.
Okay.
And so throughout all of this, like, I can't think of the word. Finding all the information, putting it all together, and just like kind of speaking it out loud with each other, like, okay, this is a giant puzzle going on here. You also see a more detailed map of Menestad and a bunch of marked locations. I'm assuming one of you had opened up one of the parchments with the broken
Yeah.
broken black seals. It looks to be you open it up, you start reading, and it's like a really nice white parchment paper, like thick pressed, and it has this beautiful handwriting with like calligraphied scrawlings over it, and it says, "Production of the mushrooms must be met and moved to the locations with the crate and barrels of the appropriate marking. I trust this is a hard task to follow through on. I require monthly updates from here on out. If there are any artifacts that arrive in your possession, you are required to contact myself or my associates immediately. I will once again tell you how important to maintaining this schedule. Do not disappoint me, or you'll end up like your former leader." And down at the bottom, with like just a beautiful flourishing scrawling at the end, it just says FF.
Oh. Bad fart.
Anyone know an FF? And how I can get mushrooms delivered to me?
Hello, Falskallan.
Hellstorm.
Oh.
Jinx.
Yep. And the map has marked locations in the military garrison in Castle Menestad and processing and distribution centers of food within Mead Meadows.
Hey, Hal, real quick, what do we want to say to NC?
Something about his mother. No, she's nice.
She is
think.
nice. God, she makes the best cookies.
You don't suppose she's in on this too? Can't trust anyone these days.
You
I
know,
don't mean to.
let's put a pin in that. I'm gonna send her a message tomorrow.
I don't mean to sound judgmentally, but you have a very strange relationship with this family. It seems.
Lots of strange relationships.
Those are the best ones.
Don't we know it?
They aren't families supposed to be strange.
That is true.
Probably.
When is there a normal family?
That sounds too smart to be coming out of spleen. That's rather introspective. I don't like this.
I sent NC a message saying, NC, I feel like right now you seem like the absolute opposite of your mother's cookies. Yep.
Damn.
Wait 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds.
Okay. Period.
You don't hear a reply.
Nothing.
I have an idea for next time.
Left unread.
Do a knock knock joke, and then just don't answer.
I like it.
Knock knock. Who's there? Silence.
I like it.
That is the most appropriate use of sending I've ever heard of.
Yeah. Right.
Continuing to look throughout everything else, you start finding caches of coin. And you also find a couple of bottles with some mysterious liquids in them.
I
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yammers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the shiny bit's fun, but mystery liquid. What's this?
don't drink it.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh
First
yeah,
you
how are
look
you
at
supposed
it,
to know what it is, though? You
You
have to
look
drink
at
it. No.
then you sniff it. So he uncorks it.
So
Taste it.
there are 3 of them. Do you want me to describe what they look like?
Yes.
Okay.
In bottle number
Well,
1.
please let me describe them first before you start grabbing things. You insolent child.
Want some of this? Some of this? Oh. I'll find
One of them
it.
has a very bioluminescent glow to it.
Ooh,
It's like your standard beaker that has a cork in it.
okay.
And so this bioluminescent liquid is it's vibrant blue, like white and blue. You kind of give it a shake, and all you see is little crackles of lightning going through it.
One might be a bit zippy for me, but what's the next one?
The next one, it's a small container. It's just like a tiny little hand vial, and it's full of very fine powder, but it looks like sand.
Got a job.
Okay. And the third one?
And the third one, the liquid in this thing is red, but it seems to keep shifting in sizes. So it goes from it goes into filling the bottle, then down to a bead, and it kind of just jumps different sizes. There seems to be no rhythm to it.
Oh, don't set that free. There's blob.
Well,
Don't
does
eat
anyone
that
want these, or am I gonna
Those are
just
probably
put-
valuable. You shouldn't just drink them.
No, I'm not gonna drink them. I don't like the look of that one. I don't like the look of that one. That looks like it's alive. And I do not want to deal with
Ooh.
the soup earlier disagreed with me. I'm done with liquidy things. We're just gonna sit that in my pocket unless anyone wants to look at it.
I'm sure it will sell well at Rakeskin.
Give me a few minutes. Let me see them.
Okay. So I'll give you those two to look at, but the sand one,
Yep.
gonna uncork it,
Yeah.
sniff it.
Can I try and snatch it from him real quick?
Way I've envisioned this is Yimmer handing these to Howard, going okay, cool. Kind of just turns around.
Put
and
them
Yimmer,
away
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ah. Mm.
Yeah, maybe these ones we want to find out what they do before we put them in our bodies.
Well,
It
just
smells
a bit.
like sand.
Yeah.
It smells like sand.
Yeah.
You start sneezing,
Oh,
and you start
oh, mm.
and you start coughing.
Eh, never did like sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating. It gets
that's-
everywhere.
And Yimmer corks it again.
How do I smite you for this insolence?
Oh, just
None
wait
of
for somebody to drop a bane in there. Sure, I've heard one.
I'm gonna. You could have. Well, it'll be easier to show you. I'm gonna sit down and start identifying one of them ritually.
I'll do the
No,
other.
that's boring. Where's the fun in that?
You start casting this ritually, and you'll do it for all three.
Yeah.
Cool. So as this half hour is going on, everybody's still talking, getting all this information aggregated. That was the word I wanted. And as this is happening, you find all of this coin, and you start counting all the tallies, and you're like, "Oh, that's 70 platinum pieces, 2,277 gold pieces, 372 silver pieces, and 873 copper pieces."
Not a bad haul. Does anyone want to relinquish their share?
I could definitely use that, actually. It'd be a good idea.
I melted down a lot of my coins, so I should probably get more.
Speaking of,
I
you feel a heavy rustling in your bag there.
I stop mid ritual. You did what?
What? What? What'd I do?
No, why?
Why did I do? What?
You
You
melted
melted-
down your coin?
Not all of them, just all my gold coins.
You did what? Why?
To get the girl.
Which girl?
How else am I supposed to impress her?
Yeah, we've all been there.
Who?
I
I
can't
usually
tell
try
you.
flowers.
I did that last time, and she liked it. I tried it again like next time, and she was playing hard to get, so I had to go bigger. So I melted all my gold, and I made a whole like shrine circle area for her. So yeah.
Is it possible that might have made her think you were coming on too strong?
Oh no, she gave me a flower and her name.
Is
What, you
this...
melted it all down and you didn't have a name yet?
No, she's dead.
Oh, it is.
Wait. What?
You know, we could explain, but we could also count the money.
As you
Yeah.
guys start continuing to count the money, you continue to have this conversation. The sound of the stream river flowing through the cavern, helping illuminate the area as you guys are resting and putting all of these information together. You ask yourself the question, is this all connected? And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
I just want
I
you
wanna
to be
thank-
aware. I really considered it like I stopped mid ritual and didn't continue the ritual. At that point, my brain hurt too much. I spent a spell slot on the last potion.
The potions that you had identified, given, I'm just going to say this now. One is a potion of lightning resistance. Another one is a dust of sneezing and choking.
Seems
And the
accurate.
other one is a potion of growth.
Okay.
If your potion of growth is continuing for 4 hours straight, you should probably get that dispelled.
Your potion of growth maintains for longer than 4 hours. Please consult your apothecary.
I love it.
But with that, I once again want to thank D&D Beyond for sponsoring us tonight. And check out our merch store now that we have in. We've got Pride months. We got Pride merch now.
to help support the LGBTQ community. We are all allies here. And I also want to say we're still in the middle of a pandemic. As much as it's tiring to be a part of this and everything that's going on, wash your hands, social distance, wear a mask, don't be a dick, and just be kind to each other. But with that, I gotta ask you one question. Do you dare to imagine? Have yourselves a good night.
Waving.
Have you ever fought a dragon and stormed its mountain lair? Have you ever killed a vampire and seen the evil in its lair? Have you ever sought adventure and couldn't find it anywhere? Well, here's the answer to your call. We are the Adventuring Company. Come leave behind all your cares. Adventuring Company. Come with me and see what's out there. If you wanna be a hero or a demon in disguise, if you wanna steal a spaceship and sail across the endless skies, if you wanna live a story and you're down to have some fun, come on and join the Bears. There's a game for everyone. Adventuring Company. Come leave behind all your cares. Adventuring Company. Come with me and see what's out there.